Hi guys, today's video is going to be my December Lumi box. I'm very excited for this. I got it last week or the week before. I can't remember, but obviously it's been like a hectic time, so I'm sorry this is coming out so late in the month, but I wanted to do it so you guys could see what I got this December. For December, Lumi Box were trying to support Australian businesses, so there are quite a few Australian brands in here, which is really cool. That all being said, I'm just gonna get straight into it. So to start off with, I'm going to start with the first product in here. I haven't put any makeup on because the first product is this ModelCo Face Base Primer. They're hydrating primer for longer lasting makeup. Apparently it's their number one bestseller and it gives you a 10-hour flawless finish. It's apparently suitable for all skin types and tones and smooths complexion and fills in fine lines, and it's got a velvet touch. It doesn't smell. I can't smell it. I think I had one of their mascaras and that was actually pretty damn good. I haven't thrown it out yet, but I'm pretty sure it's like 2 years old, so I probably should so that I don't, you know, blind myself or get really sore eyes. I definitely put way too much on my hands just then. Oh, sorry. I just realized I didn't show you what it looks like. So it's a clear gel. You can see my fingers are quite shiny. It almost feels like a silicone sort of primer. Like it has that sort of pore filling primer feel, to be honest with you. It is nice though. I get the velvet touch thing, like I can feel that. It definitely doesn't, like, I feel like I can't smell it at all. It feels really good. I'm not sure if you can tell. Oh, I didn't turn my light on. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn my light on. I hope that looks a bit better for you now. I mean, the natural light's not too bad, but my room's always a bit dark, to be honest with you. I don't get like a ton of natural light, even though I have like a giant window. I think it's just because there's like trees and stuff, so there's a lot of shade outside there. I really like that. I feel like my skin looks super smooth now. Like I can still see my pores, but they definitely look a lot smoother. Oh god, I'm getting like a massive pimple in the middle of my forehead, and I'm getting a massive one down here too, and I've had like this issue here. I think this is like a mask. Actually, to be honest with you, all of this is probably mask related. Not that I wear them that much because I don't really go out much. Obviously my skin is not super happy at the moment. Like here it's great, but like, oh, that's anyway. Back to the primer and my Lumi box. So this primer retailed for $32 freaking. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be that expensive. Not that it doesn't feel that expensive or anything like that. It's just I kind of thought ModelCo products were a bit cheaper than that, but that's awesome. Like, that's so expensive to get in the box. Okay, so priming is done. The next product is this NYX Away We Glow Liquid Booster. It retails for $27.99 and it is a highlighter. This one is in the shade Zoned Out, so it's this blue sort of highlighting shade. I usually would highlight over the foundation, but with liquid highlighters I don't usually use them, and I was just reading the reviews and it said to do it under the foundation with these ones because they're quite like coloured, so it said that it can get a bit patchy on top of the foundation. Obviously I'll have to try that and test it out to see if it's true, but for today's purpose I'm going to chuck it on under the foundation. So it comes in a dropper format. I've never actually used this sort of product before. Like that is what it looks like. I'm going to just do it into my hand. That is one drop. It definitely looks quite blue. I am going to go super light-handed with this just because I don't know what it's like, and I'm just going to pop it on my cheekbones. And I'm going to do it with my finger and just, whoop, okay. And re-blend that out. Okay, that is like super blue. I don't even know if you need one drop for this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo! That is a strobing highlight. Oh. I think I went slightly too low is the only problem. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. It's quite nice. You do not need a lot of this product to get like really good payoff. I will tell you that. I'm not usually one to reach for like a sort of different coloured highlight. Like I usually like my like sort of like golds and like pearls and champagnes. Like champagne is probably my favourite shade or like type of colour in a highlight, just purely because it just looks so natural on my skin tone. So I don't know how often I'm gonna reach for something that's blue. Maybe if I'm like feeling it super like festively and I really want to like strobe. You can see it does look quite like nice in the camera. I feel like it looks more blue in my mirror. You do not need a lot of this product at all, and like you can see it on my hands, like where I haven't rubbed it in, where I've just like accidentally got the product when I've rubbed it off. That's insane. Like that is insane. It does look nice though. You definitely want to blend it out, but I'm pretty impressed with that, I'm not gonna lie. Considering you need like the tiniest bit of product to get it actually working, I think that's pretty freaking insane. I would go down the center, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to put blue in the center of my nose. Anyway, that is the last makeup products that I have for a little while. So I'm gonna go pretty much finish off the rest of my face, and I'll be back to do my brows and eyeshadow. I'll be back. There we have that. I feel like personally the makeup has gone on really well over that primer. Like I actually really quite enjoyed it. I think it looks really lovely. I'm not 100% sure if you can still see the highlight through. I think you can sort of see it through, and it looks a lot more natural now that I've put my foundation over it, but it's definitely very subtle. I'm like, maybe I should put more on of this highlighter over the top of my foundation and see how it turns out, but I have put powder and stuff on, so I'm just not sure how well it will go. I feel like you can still see it, but it's just so subtle. Maybe I'll put a tiny bit, like I'm just gonna, not even a drip, just like a dab, and I'm gonna do this and just rub my fingers together. And I did read in some of the reviews, it did say that if you're not careful it changes the colour of the foundation. I think that's why I wanted to go in with a super light hand, because you can see like it is a lot better now, but I can see it's like a purpley colour on my foundation. Oh crap, I probably should work a bit faster to blend that in, and I don't want to rub my foundation off or anything like that either. It does look quite nice though. I feel like I've got it, like I think when I put my blush on top of it I kind of like spread it out a bit more. I do like it, I'm just not 100% sure if I'll use it. I don't think it's like enhancing my texture or anything like that either, so that's good. So this isn't a very interesting product that I'm going to have to experiment a bit more with in the future, I think. I do like it, and I do think that it's doing a really good job of like bam, highlight, but I'm also like, will I use it? That is the question. Just in case I didn't say before as well, this product retails for $27.95, which is really good, and it does give you a really good glow. Like it does look really nice in my mirror. The next product is an eyebrow pencil. It is the Garbo and Kelly Brows on Point pencil. This month, this was the product you selected. So you didn't select a product, you selected a shade of the product. And I got it in cool brown. I'm hoping that's right for me. I think it said that that was like the medium brown. So this is what this one looks like. And this product retails for $45. Damn, that's an expensive pencil. It comes with a spoolie end. The pencil is triangle shaped, so it's not round, it's one of the longer pencils. Anyway, so let's get this done, shall we? It feels really light, actually. I'm so rough with my brows. I kind of just like go back and forth, to be honest with you, and scribble them in. So I try and be like light-handed, so it looks slightly natural. I personally like to try and do my brows pretty fast, because when I spend too much time on them, I tend to like go crazy and like just curl them in so much. They get really like quite dark and very bold very quickly, and I never like that look on me personally. Especially the faster I do them, usually the better I get them, and also the further away from the mirror I am, the better they usually turn out, because I think when I get too close I just get so focused on filling in all the holes, and then I come back and it's just like like I look like I've got like these drawn on brows, and they get super aggressive and they just do not look at all natural. Okay, I really like this. I think this is a really nice pencil. I find it like super easy to use. You can be reasonably heavy-handed with this and it's like you don't look insane. I personally prefer a pencil sort of like this, where it's like when you put it on it's not too dark instantly. I actually really like this product. I think it's a gorgeous pencil. It was super easy to use. It was like the perfect level of darkness. It like really suits my eyebrows. I will definitely be using that again. It is a very expensive pencil. I do have an hourglass one. My hourglass one is $52 and I think this is just as good, to be honest with you. So I mean, it's cheaper than that, so it's not super expensive, but yeah, I really like this. I love this color. It's a great color. Cool brown. I'm just gonna pop on some gel now, and I didn't get that in the box, so I'll be back in a sec. That is all done. The next product in the box is this. It is the Morphe 350 Natural Glow Palette, and this retails for $36. This is really exciting. I only have one Morphe palette, believe it or not, and that was my first Morphe palette I'd ever bought. It's the 35 Fall Into Frost palette, I think it is, and it's like a cool sort of brown palette. So this one's warmer, much warmer. I was a bit afraid I'd get that one again because I think that was one of the options you could have gotten in the box, so I'm really glad that I didn't get that one again. You can see this one's got a lot more matte than my Fall Into Frost palette, but it does have some gorgeous shimmer shade. It is just such a beautiful, like, warm palette. And yeah, let's create a look with this. Okay guys, so my camera battery died, so I just had to charge it for a little bit, but now we're gonna go with eyes. So I'm just gonna create a sort of simple like orangey look because I'm like loving this color here. I'm gonna take a fluffy shader brush, this massive one, and go into this shade here, which is called Sting. So this like lovely peachy color, and this is gonna be my base. And I'm just gonna pop this through my crease and on my lid. I also just took that under my lower lash line just with the same brush as always. I'm just going to use a smaller fluffy shaded brush now, and I'm going to go into this shade here, this darker orange shade called Burnt Spice, and I'm just going to pop this, mainly focusing it in my outer corners but also blending it up a little bit into my crease. Okay, so with that all done, I'm just going to pop into this shade here called Bossy with my finger and pop this on my lid. All over. Oh, that's such a beautiful colour. That really reminds me of autumn actually. This perfect burnt orange shade. Next, I'm going to pop into this gold shade, goldy sort of shade here. It's called Slight, and I'm going to focus this more on the inner part, but not my inner corners, just kind of like blending it up to where I put the orange shade. Just kind of popping it up there, like blending the two together. There we go. It's very orange. I kind of love it. Okay, so that's all done now, and I've reblended all the shades. I'm just going to go in with like a darker colour just on my outer corners, just to really like give it a bit more depth out there. I'm going to take a small fluffy shaded brush and just go into the darker shade in the palette, which is called Cafe, and just pop this right in the outer corner like here. Yeah, so there we have that. I'm just going to go in with this really small detail brush and just go into that dark shade again called Cafe and just kind of like run it along my lash line as if it was a liner, just a bit roughly. I'm not going to do like a wing with it or anything like that, but I just kind of want an almost like liner look there. So I'm just going to finish off my lower lash line now. I'm going to take a pencil sort of brush and go into this orangey shade Burnt Spice and just run that the whole way along my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take the same brush that I used for the dark shade Cafe to do the wing, and I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line to about halfway across. I'm not being super precise or anything, I'm kind of being a bit rough. I just want like, I want a pretty smoky look really. So there we have that, and now I'm just going to do my inner corner highlight. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and go into this shade here called Clear and just pop that in here. And just kind of bring it down as well to join the lower lash line. Let's smudge it up the lid a little bit, just so it all blends quite well. And there we have that. I actually really like this look. It was really fun to make. I love Morphe palettes, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you get 35 different shades for $36 is absolutely amazing if you ask me. I honestly think these are such good eyeshadows as well. Like, I have no fallout from any of that, and I use like detailed brushes and stuff like that, and it just looks so good and so effective. So yeah, I'm so happy that that was in the box, because honestly it's like probably my favorite thing. Oh, I don't know, we've still got a few more things to go, so we'll see how much I like everything else. But yeah, I really like that. The other thing is, because my highlighter is blue, it's quite cool tones, and I've done such a warm eyeshadow look, so usually I wouldn't match this highlighter with this sort of look, but it's what I got on the box, so I'm just going to put it all together today and hope for the best. Anyway, I just quickly chucked on some mascara and put on my setting spray because they don't come in the box. So this is the final eye look. I really like it. I think it's stunning. Like, you can just see, like, it's all blended together so well. Morphe is just such good quality for such like a low price, in my opinion. They give such good payoff, and they just blend like a dream, so it's just honestly amazing. Anyway, so the next product is a lipstick. It is the Inglot LipStain lipstick. It retails for $30. So that is what it looks like. It's pretty freaking cute. It feels really cool. It's very like metal feeling. So mine is in the shade 302, and it is this gorgeous vibrant red. It's like an orangey red, so that's why I kind of like was like, oh, I'm glad I got a warm palette because it should match my eyes. I think this colour is a bit more full on than I'm used to doing. I'm not quite sure if it'll suit me, but let's give it a go and see how we feel. Oh. Oh my god, it's like neon. So I feel like in this camera, it is very vibrant. It is the brightest red I think I have ever put on my lips. I can't stop staring at my lips in the viewfinder. But wow. You know what? I actually don't think it looks bad. It's very bright. I can't get over that. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, how often I am going to reach for this sort of colour. But at the same time, it feels incredibly comfortable. I think it might be more of like a thing where I put a lip liner under it and like sort of try to dull it down a bit. But it does feel really nice. And it's really different. I think it's coming off almost like fluoro in my camera. But I do really like it. It's really different. I think it's kind of cool with this like orange eye look. It's like almost monochromatic because it's so like reddy orange. It feels creamy. So far it doesn't feel drying. It's only been on for like 20 seconds, but yeah, I do kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't know how often I'm gonna go for something this vibrant. But actually I suppose it could be nice, like, because it is summer here, so I'm like, it's a nice summery like fire truck red. Something very bright to brighten my day. But anyway, it feels so comfortable so far. Like, I'm honestly impressed with that. Okay guys, so that completes the makeup portion of this video. I just have 2 more products that I got in this month's box that I want to talk to you all about. So they are both by the brand Ava and Coco, and you can see this is the Detox Mask and this is the foaming cleanser. So I haven't tried the foaming cleanser as of yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know how I go with it. I'm quite excited to try it, to be honest with you. They do come in glass bottles as well, so that's pretty fancy. But I've used this Detox Mask now twice, and I really like it. It's a 2-in-1 mask and scrub. So it's like a clay mask that you put on and leave on your face until it dries, but it also has like little exfoliating beads in it, so when you put it on you rub it in for a little bit and then you just leave it there until it dries, and it feels really nice and it's not super drying or anything like that on the skin. I will say, like with detox masks, they bring the impurities out of your skin, and this one definitely brings some pimples out of my skin. Like, I keep getting them down here. I think it's to do with like the masks and stuff, and I have this like weird section here where I keep getting pimples. Like, I got hives there a few months ago and it just stayed hives for ages, and then all of a sudden it now it keeps turning into like different pimples. So it's like that's finally going down. I think I'm hoping that I got the last few out with this mask, but both times I used it I got like a pimple the next day. So it does bring the impurities out of your skin, so it does work, but don't do it on a day that you're going to be going out the next day. If you're worried about having a pimple or anything like that. But it does feel really nice on my skin, and yeah, it just, my skin looks really nice after as well. So far I've only used it twice, but I do really enjoy it. Actually, I should tell you how much they cost. So the Detox Mask actually costs $57.90, which is like expensive, but like not really for a mask, but it's also expensive to me. At this point, I feel like I probably would repurchase that in the future because I have enjoyed it the 2 times that I've used it, but I'll see how I go because maybe I'll change my mind. And the foaming cleanser retails for $29.95, so that's a decent priced cleanser as well. I'm hoping this is really good. So they're vegan, cruelty free, fragrance free, they have no harsh chemicals, and they are Australian made, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But anyway guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. The total contents of this box add up to $258.80, which is pretty damn good considering I only paid $99 for it. As I've said before, I do have an affiliate link and a discount code, which I have popped down below if you want to use it. Obviously you don't have to. So my discount code will get you 5% off your first subscription box, so just either the regular box or the premium box. It won't get you like 5% off any of the sales or anything like that. So if you want to give it a go, feel free to try, but obviously you don't have to. It is up to you. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the products, let me know down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and hopefully I will see you soon. Lumi box will try a little bit. The Morphe 350 Natural Grow. One of the options you could have gotten. You could have... What? Ah! This is the... Ow. Mine is in... My last November... They do have... For